It's time for our community to get more involved with things that are going on in our community. And one thing that's coming back is the Touch a Truck event coming back later this month. And joining us to give more of the specifics and details, we have Chris Frey from West Bloomfield Parks joining us to talk about Touch a Truck. How you doing, Chris?
Good. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you taking time out of your day. So we got this happening the 26th of April, 4 p.m. at Drake Sports Park, the Touch a Truck event. Let's just get straight into it and just talk about what people who attend can expect from this event.
Sure. This is our fifth time hosting the event. We did it back in the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 19th, and we were going to take a year off and bring it back, but COVID happened, so we had to shut it down for a few years. So we're glad to see it back. Past folks who came to see us were very excited about this, especially the little ones. There we have about 15 vendors this year, bringing over 23 pieces of equipment, and like you said, anything from police, fire. Our surrounding municipalities are helping us out. The city of Farmington Hills, the city of Orchard Lake, bringing a wide variety of emergency vehicles, construction equipment, even some things that the Parks Department owns will be on display. Get up in the seat and grab that steering wheel and honk that horn. But yeah, a little bit of everything will be at Drake Sports Park this Friday.
That's cool, man. That's an opportunity for the kids to of the community to see firsthand, touch and talk to the people that drive these important trucks, these vehicles that operate the community and the city that we live and love to work in also. But let's get into the inspiration. I mean, like we said, it's been around for about 5 years pre-COVID. Can we get into the inspiration? What inspired the community to actually make this event happen?
Sure. Well, everybody sees all these big pieces of equipment, driving around or on the sides of the
Mhm.
roads working at things, and we
Right.
wanted to get the little ones up close and personal. It's not very often anybody really can sit in the seat of a road grader or walk through a fire truck or heaven forbid be in the back of an EMS vehicle. So we wanted to get them up close
Yeah.
to this stuff and put their hands on it, and they can see it sitting in the back seat of mom and dad's car. But when you're standing up close to it and putting your hands on it, you don't really understand how big and massive some of these pieces of equipment are. So we just wanted to get everybody
Hmm.
up close and give them a chance to see what they're passing on the side of the road, whether it's a garbage truck or a front end loader or a backhoe or a fire truck or a EMS or a bucket truck that's fixing the streetlights on the corner. So we just wanted to get everybody up close and personal with what they see on a daily basis when they're driving around the township.
That's a good point. That's a really good point, though, actually, Chris, because you never really get to experience, God forbid, being in the back of an ambulance, or at least just looking at, just to explore, for
Right.
curiosity, or being on top of a fire truck. It's almost to the point where I'm gonna be honest, Chris. I want to be inside of a fire truck too. Like, is there? I'm being serious. Is there an age limit? Like, can
No,
adults
no.
also? Okay, okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of dads that crawl up there too. I think now some of them are holding on to sons and daughters, but I truly
Right.
they're like, wait, I never get to do this. I'm going to do this too, and maybe it's they are holding son and daughter, but I think that
Exactly.
they're going to
Yeah.
get that one too. There's a lot of smiling faces there, and there's a wide there's some kids that are coming up to school bus age, and there's going to be a school bus there, so mom and dad can walk them in the school bus and sit down and say, hey, this is what a school bus is. So there's a little bit of learning and
Nice.
teaching going on too. So things that some of these kids may see in the future. And hey, maybe some of these kids will see some of this stuff and remember it in 15 years or 10 years from now and say, this is maybe what I want to do for a career.
Boom. You took me exactly where I want to go. This is important for that reason also. Get a firsthand look and get to talk to the people in these positions. Get that inspiration. It's
Sure.
moments like this that you will remember forever as a kid. Like, that was so spot on. And then it can inspire you to continuously pursue that. See that they do these jobs on the side of the road, or just constantly when you have to pull over and let EMS, fire, police just pass by. You get to see that process, or at least talk to them on a first-hand basis, Chris.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad you landed on that too.
Yeah.
And just real quick, resetting the show. Joining us right now, Park Superintendent for West Bloomfield Parks, Chris Frey. Join us talking about the Touch a Truck event that's coming back later this month, April 26th, 4 p.m. at Drake Sports Park. So, Chris, I see we have some other events or other things going on. It's not just touching a truck. You have a tire obstacle course,
Yeah.
goodie bags, things of that nature. What other type of activities do we have going on other than just interacting with the people
Sure.
and trucks of the city?
Yeah, there'll be 4 or 5 vendors passing out things, literature, and talking about what they're there for. Yes, we are we're picking up some tires from a local auto repair business, and we're going to have a little obstacle course. There's
Mm,
a couple different. Well, there's lots of photo opportunities, but we'll have a few. We're bringing a snowplow that usually sits in our yard, and it's from a big county truck that's 6 feet tall and 12 feet wide. And it's a big, basically, we painted it like a big chalkboard. So kids can write their name on it and say that they were there. We'll have one of our trucks and a different photo op, but lots of photo ops. A tow truck company is bringing some giveaway popcorn and giveaway things.
mm,
I'm not sure what they're bringing, but like bracelet type things, maybe some hats. I know the fire department always gives out stickers and hats, so
right.
there's a lot of little handouts that'll take place that day. 4 time slots. The first activity starts at 4. These are 45-minute time slots. So 4 o'clock is our sensory friendly session. For the little guys that don't really like the big blasting horns and lights, it's
Right.
sensory friendly for that first 45 minutes. So we're not going to sound the horns or the alarms or flash the lights for the little guys that don't like that. But starting at 4:45, we will start that if the children decide to do that. It's mostly up to the kids. It's not the folks that bring the trucks. It's the kids. They'll grab the horn or hit the steering
Hmm.
wheel. But from 4 to 4:45 is sensory friendly, so it's nice and quiet for the little guys. That 4:45 session is sold out currently, but we have two
Oh,
sessions after that, a 5:30 and a 6:15. You can still go to our website, register, wbparks.org, register for those time slots, and we'd love to have you out. So we got plenty of room for everybody.
yep, yeah, and I'm glad you got into the registration part of it because registration is required. And like you said, there's certain time slots, so you want to make sure you get in there at a certain time slot. And one time slot is already sold out, and
Correct.
then we have another one. And I love that you all are doing this to accommodate the different people, the children in the community with their special needs, or just to be mindful of things that could be very sensitive to them. So
Sure.
that's great in a response from you and the West Bloomfield Parks, just in general. Well, let's just give an overall perspective, real quick, if you don't mind, with West Bloomfield Parks striving to make events like this accessible to residents, regardless of their needs and things like that. Can you just talk about the importance of West Bloomfield Park events for the community, especially as the weather starts to get a little bit warmer, and just talk about a few other events that you have coming up, if you don't mind.
Sure, sure. Well, obviously the parks are open 365 days a year. We've
Right.
just opened up our sport courts, our tennis, pickleball, things like that happen on hard surfaces that were closed for the winter. So all of our sports courts are up and running. Softball and baseball are underway. Cricket's underway. Lacrosse is underway, and we have those all over the place
Oh,
in different
nice,
parks. All of our bathrooms that
nice.
get winterized were just reopened on Friday. So we have to do some water testing and get cleared from the Oakland County Health Department. So all those just got cleared out on Friday, and we have opened those starting just this past Saturday. But yes, going forward, a lot of events. The Parks Department is only involved in some of them, the larger ones that they need help setting up. But the Recreation Department seems like they have something going every single week, whether it's at the Recreation Activity Center, the Connect Senior Center, or just out in the parks in general, whether it's fishing and kayaking and sporting activities or art classes or stretch and tone or yoga, for the adults. So there's always something. Definitely check out the website. We have a couple of kids commotion concerts coming up, whether
Mhm.
they're in the evening or the daytime. In July starts our 4-week adult concert series over at Marchbank. But we have National Trails Day on June 1st, which happens to be
Nice.
the grand opening of I know this isn't very fancy, but it's a grand opening of a restroom building that we just got done building over at Arrowhead at the Nature Preserve. It's been a long time coming. A lot of people have been asking for a permanent restroom with drinking water available. So we've finally got some grant money together and built that bathroom. So it's going to be opening. We're going to be cutting the ribbon
Ah,
on June 1st, National Trails Day, out on
okay.
our trail network. So lots of
Nice.
things happening. I encourage you to check the website. It's changing daily, updated daily with lots and lots of stuff.
Good. Great information to give out, Chris. Thank you again for that. And before we end, just getting back to the Touch a Truck event, April 26th, 4 p.m., Drake Sports Park. Last but not least, and very important, you have to register, select your time, and there also is a fee,
Yes,
whether you're a resident or non-resident of West Bloomfield. Just for clarification, Chris, if you don't mind me asking,
sure.
the fee, does that cover entry to experience everything, or some of the things covered with a fee and other things you can experience without the fee?
Fee
Please
is
explain.
you're in, you get to do everything. You get to honk the horn, flash the
Gotcha.
lights, meet the people, get the tree, get the popcorn, get your handouts, get your fireman's hat, everything you can do for the $5. Come out and see us this Friday. Like I said, sensory friendlies from 4 to 4:45. Two more after that, 5:30 and 6:15. Go to the website to register. We'd love to have you.
wbparks.org/TAT. Touch a truck. TAT. Chris Frey, Superintendent of the West Bloomfield Parks. Thank you again for joining us. Talk about the Touch a Truck event.
Thank you, Kevin. Have a great day.